Hey, I'm Andre. I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm a little tired. It's been a busy week, and usually I kind of like my downtime. I find the quiet nice. This week I started working on a music video for a track off of Bloodsport. I'm about a quarter way, halfway through. It's going okay so far. It's not without its hiccups. Something to mention is that I'm functionally making this with $0. Over the years, I've made a few things like this for people. Projects that involved $0 budgets or non existent budgets. This, I mean, I wasn't paid for creating a thing. We had no money for props or actors or gear. It was hard. It's a good time. The experience has always been nice, but it is trying and it isn't filled without its challenges. I've put a few links in the description if you're curious on checking some of these videos out, and I thought I'd share with you why I do this or how I do this, and more importantly, why I go about making things for $0 and asking the question, is there such thing as making a music video for nothing? I think the answer is mostly yes and a little bit no. The first thing I made for somebody, I borrowed this Panasonic GH2 from a friend. It's the exact same one. I think it's a great little camera. It shoots nice footage. It doesn't shoot 4K. It's not perfect, but it does the job and I know how to use it. I also used natural light and did all the editing with iMovie. I also traded my time for experience, and that's a situation that I put myself into by choice. Now, that being said, anything I've shot in the past could have been shot with a phone, and all the editing could have been done on any free software. It would have a different look, but it would have been totally doable. All of this really depends on your relationship with money. The way that I think about money when it comes to making things I'm into is a basic time versus exchange kind of scenario, where the representation of exchange isn't limited to just money. And you might think that taking money out of a working relationship would make things easier or less stressful, but it does not. People still care a lot about what they've made, and they're sharing it with you and entrusting you with it. Also, making things with no budget is inherently stressful. There's a lot of headaches, a lot of challenges. Obviously, there's challenges making things with money too, but it's just a different set. Now, I don't think you really need much to make something, but the resources you have will act as a guiding force to what you make, and more specifically, how you make it. If you have a lot of gear, limiting yourself could be a creative exercise, but this is more about making something when you have limited resources and what can you gain from making something with the resources that are available to you. I think what I'm about to say is going to come off as pretentious, but I do believe it to be true in my experience. I think the act of making something is a somewhat spiritual experiences, and that the parameters and limitations you may face can teach you lessons about patience, creativity, and resourcefulness. That's not to say that this is a religious experience, but it is a trying and testing experience, and you can absolutely learn something from making something with nothing. For example, if you think you can't make something because you don't have access to the best thing, just making a short or a stop-start animation with your phone, for example, proves to you that you actually can complete a task, and the satisfaction of completing a task is pretty addictive. I think whys are hard things to answer. I don't really know why I do this way. A lot of people would never do that, or they don't see the benefit of it, and I I get it. It makes sense to me. But I didn't have a portfolio. I didn't have anything to show. I didn't have belief in myself either. I didn't know that I could make something. I wanted to, but I didn't know that I could. And so I challenged myself and put myself out there, and I thought I could use this video or the first video as a calling card to get a second, and maybe for a bigger band, and then a bigger band, and then a bigger band, and I could develop a style. And I learned to trust myself. I learned to trust myself that I can finish a project, and that I am developing a style, and that people do trust me. And all of the exchanges that I've had with people have been mutually beneficial. They trusted me with their work, and they trusted me with mine. And in that collaborative nature, it's like these people aren't super rich. We were helping each other out, and that felt really good. I found a sense of community and a sense of belonging doing so. The closest thing I can say to why I make things for nothing is because it feels good. Thanks for watching. Is this Andre? I hope you have a good one. Take care.